So these two women are going viral now on TikTok because they proposed to their men. So watch these two videos and we'll talk about it.
It's the end of the day. I'm getting ready to go in the shower and it's finally hitting me that I'm proposing tomorrow to my boyfriend. And I know what everybody's gonna think, and I already know what everybody's gonna say, but honestly, I don't even care. I love him so much, and I know he loves me, and this is just something that I feel I have to do. I really want to get married. We've been together for 14 years already. He hasn't proposed. I know he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He says it all the time. And we're in love, even after this long. So why not? But I didn't actually think I would get nervous. I wasn't nervous. I've had this planned for about a month or so. Tomorrow is the anniversary of our very first kiss ever. And I plan on asking him to marry me tomorrow on the anniversary of our first kiss. Our actual anniversary is the beginning of December, and I was gonna wait until then, but I feel like that's too expected and I want him to be surprised. So tomorrow is the day. Nobody knows about this. The only one that knows about this in my family is my son. And tomorrow I am also going to be asking his dad for his blessing. I'm super nervous, so please wish me luck.
Yes, you saw that right. It's 2025, almost 2026, and we are here. We're still kneeling down and proposing to men. After 14 years of dating, we are proposing to men so that they can marry us, so that we can live happily ever after. What's going on, guys? Like, so this is the latest, videos I've seen floating on internet, and it's about these two women who decided to propose to their men because apparently they love their men so much, and they know their men loves them so much, so hence they decided to propose. Guys, well, how do you think about this concept of proposing to men? When I was young, I kind of took it neutral. Like when you're young, you just don't take things seriously. You kind of don't think deeper about things. And yeah, wait, Vanya. You kind of don't think things straight. But now that I'm 40, I'm like, this is like the worst decision any woman can do. Why? Why would you want to take that lead? Or why would you want to take that? I don't know. How does she go to talk to the father to ask him for his son? Also, I'm asking, is the guy gonna walk down the aisles with the mother or something like that? It's just shocking, like why women are doing this in 2025. Why are women proposing to men? But anyway, guys, we're gonna watch a few reactions and then we'll talk at the end.
I'm proposing tomorrow to my boyfriend.
Y'all, she did it. She actually did it. What do you... I thought she was rage baiting us, but something said, go check her page. Go check her page and see what you find. Tell me why. And I'm sorry, I just took my Lexapro and I really don't have TMI. Here. Just... And the thing is, it's 2025. I get it on. Get with the times. It's 20. I know. But my biggest thing is this. I need to get out of the circles I'm hanging with on TikTok, because when I saw her say, get ready with me to propose for my... Get ready with me. I need to get out, because I thought she was lying. I thought she was rage baiting. I thought she was doing it for clout. Girls on one knee, babes. The girl's on one knee.
Stella, this is not the groove that you should have got back. And ladies, please know that this is not women empowerment. You mean to tell me, Stella, you got down on one knee for a man that has been with you for 14 years. You're a mother, and he hasn't proposed to you?
And I know what everybody's gonna think, and I already know what everybody's gonna say, but honestly, I don't even care. I love him so much, and I know he loves me, and this is just something that I feel I have to do. I really want to get married. We've been together for 14 years already. He hasn't proposed. I know he wants to spend the rest of his life with me. He says it all the time. And we're in love, even after this long. So, why not?
Ladies, if your partner is with you for 14 years, listen to Queen Naja and understand that 10 years is a cutoff. Because at what point do you say, he's not going to do it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the effort for him and get down on one knee, make him feel like a princess. Too many women are proposing to men. Y'all are bending the rules. And now some of them are going to be expected to get proposed to. But also listen to exactly what she said. She said she wanted to be married for a long time. You want the marriage. You want the title of marriage.
Exactly.
If he knows that you want to be married, she said that he knows she wants to be married. He says that he wants to spend the rest of his life with her. Why would you buy the cow when you already getting the milk? You've been giving him wife life for 14 years. Why ruin that with, as y'all say, a piece of paper? Why ruin that with the law? So I went through the comments in the first video where she said wish her luck. Nobody in there was wishing her any type of luck. And then on top of you're going to ask his dad for his blessing. Girl, if I was his father, I would have looked at you like you was the brightest crayon in the Crayola crayon box. Because why are you talking to me about this? And I would have, as his father, I would have said, where's your father? You need to go talk to him. But you know, if you want him to feel like a pretty princess, you go ahead and get down on one knee. Stop believing this narrative. If a person is with you for 14 years, for over 5 years, there are plenty of people in happy marriages that said they knew instantly in that moment that they had met their life partner. And if it took him 14 years, and I don't know if this is a person that you've had a child with, but if it took him 14 years and a baby and he still hasn't done it, he doesn't want to be married. And you should be asking him why. Why is it that out of his mouth he's saying he wants to spend the rest of his life with you, yet his actions aren't showing that? He's probably present and very involved in the relationship, but his actions aren't showing that he wants to actually commit to what it takes to be in a marriage for longer than 14 years. This is why I have male friends, so I can get male perspectives. Because, again, why would he buy the cow when he's already getting the milk and served on a silver platter?
At the end of the day, I'm getting ready to go in the shower, and it's finally hitting me that I'm proposing tomorrow to my boyfriend.
Honestly, it all boils down to who gonna be the boys. Who gonna be the boys? Everybody's out here trying to be something that they're not. Because now she finna get down on her knee and ask this man to marry her. And nobody sees anything wrong with that. Nobody sees anything wrong enough to say something. Not even the dad. We already see sassy men everywhere. We already see that the feminization of men is a big fat problem. And the masculinization of women is not far behind.
Let's wrap 2025 up expeditiously, because why in the year of our Lord 2025 have I seen not one, but dos hermanos, two able-bodied women, get on their knees to propose marriage to a man? What's in the water? Is this a government experiment? Is 2025 a government experiment? Because what do you mean you're getting on your good God-given knees to propose to a man? Like, Eradi. Our enemies are winning. Our enemies our age mates are laughing at us. I thought it was satire. I still in my heart think it's satire because I refuse to believe that after 14 years you're proposing. It's not true.
It has come to my unfortunate attention to learn that not one, but 2 women on this app have gotten on their knee and proposed marriage nuptials to men. Ladies, I just have one question before they say I'm mean and all that. Why do you like men more than you like yourselves? Why? And for all those that are saying, don't talk about it, we have to talk about it. Because there's some girl out there that's going to see this thing and think it's okay to do. It's never okay to get on your knee on anything about a man. No ma'am, no ham, no Turk. What is really going on, ladies? Do you have friends that you can talk to? Is it that? Are you lonely? Do you lack female friendship in your life? Because I cannot think of a reason as to why I would put my feminine knee on the masculine ground to ask a man to marry me. As per what exactly? Ladies, for all of us making these hate videos about this thing, keep on doing it. You're saving the next generation because this is getting a little ridiculous. Ladies, I promise you, men are not that serious. It's you projecting your light, your beauty, your amazement on him. That's why you feel like you want him. That's why we always say, choose the best man possible. Open your eyes, wake up, and choose the best man possible, not just any man. Because when it's all said and done, you'll realize you didn't even like him that much. You liked yourself.
There's a video I'm going to put here, yeah? One of the last videos, yeah? And I love the way this guy explained this situation. And yes, it's true. Most of these marriages, not marriages, like when you see women staying for a very long time in a relationship, mostly it was a financial thing. It's because they didn't have enough money to have a wedding, or, you know, they had kids first before the wedding, and kind of the guy thought, you know what, this is enough. You know, if I have kids, I've trapped her enough or something like that. That's what I feel. And yeah, I feel like most women are like, you know, I've already wasted my youth here. Why should I, go to another relationship? You know, I need to kneel down and propose to this guy because I know he loves me. That's why he hasn't married me for 14 years or something like that. And yeah, I think women just kind of think, like it's going to solve the problem. But I feel like it kind of makes the men even more resentful to them or something like that. Because, I mean, proposing to a man, if a man says yes to that, I feel like also the man has a problem or something like that. Like princessy, like, sassy, yeah? And I don't know, I don't think I would respect a man that I have to kneel down to ask for marriage. Like, I don't know. I think it's a position for a man to do that, yeah? Because, yeah, we have the womb. Yeah, we have the, we are the table. And I feel like men should propose to us or something like that. Because they're the ones who get most benefits when they're with us, something like that. So that's what I think. But most women just want to, to belong somewhere, I feel. Especially when you have children with this man and he has never proposed. They just want to belong somewhere and have some legal binding, in case of anything. That's what I feel. Because I've seen so many of these proposals and they never end well. Like most of these relationships just end like in the next 1 or 2 years. Because I don't know. I feel like a guy who does not want to marry you will show. And that's why he has stayed for years without marrying you. For me, I usually say, like, if you guys met broke or something, 5 years is the mark. Like, he has 5 years to put himself together and, propose to you. After that, sorry, you don't get wife treatment, And I feel like women should be, like, that tough because these guys will milk you, will milk the life out of you, and not give you any legal, because every woman needs legal support, especially when you want to be a stay-at-home mom. You need like some security, yeah. And when women don't have this, they become resentful, they become worried, and that's why they are going down on their knees, yeah. Oof, I could never, I could never. And I feel like if it's already 10 years, I mean, it should tell you like this guy doesn't take you any serious. Because I feel like most financially stable guys, if they like you, if you're their dream girl, the first thing you want to do is to marry you. It's to get you out of the market as quick as possible. If they are broke, they'll try to do that with giving you kids, and pretty much boom kids, like so many kids that in 5 years you have already 4 kids or even 3, because they want to make sure that you're not going anywhere. That's what broke men do, actually. I'm telling you, look at the marriages that the woman is not married. Most marriages like that have kind of kids, like a ladder, yeah? And I feel like broke guys use that to make sure that this woman cannot go anywhere, if they feel like they will never afford to marry or something like that. So women need to be careful. If you are the person who want to be married, giving a child will not make that guy marry. Actually, it might make that guy think, I've trapped her, so I'm not going to marry her. Anyway, guys, what do you think, guys? Please comment down below. I want you to watch this video, yeah, that I'm going to put last year. I feel like this guy explained everything in depth. Like, I feel like he plugged my brain, and, said everything. And I really like how he put things there, because I also empathize with the women who do this, because sometimes it's out of desperation, when a woman just want to belong and they genuinely love this guy, but the guy is just, does not even know what he wants, yeah? So yeah, comment down below what you think about this video, and see you in the next video. Paka paka.
We are once again talking about the sociology of begging someone to marry you. A lot of people are currently talking about this girl who is going viral for proposing to her boyfriend of 14 years. I also saw another post the day before Thanksgiving of a separate woman proposing to her boyfriend. And I know that the title is provocative. I actually wrote that on Substack a couple of months ago when I did a deep dive on the waiting to wed subreddit. So basically, it's the subreddit where a lot of women who have been in long-term relationships are sort of giving each other advice on how to get to, like, the state of marriage. In American society, marriage is glamorized, valorized, and exalted. I don't want to hear bean soup people being like, well, I don't care about marriage. I've been with my boyfriend for 55 years and we didn't want to get married. We're not talking about you. For a lot of people, this is causing some weird sort of feminism distress where they are like, I would never propose to a man, or why would a woman ever do this? And for me, when I looked at a lot of different data sources, when I wrote that piece on Substack, which you can go read, I basically was like, in sociology, anthropology, and psychology, there's a thing called liminality, which is this sort of in-between space where you are neither one thing nor another, right? I think that a lot of women sort of find themselves in this position where I hate the phrase BM or baby mama or whatever, but like they find themselves in this position where they are like, that woman apparently has 2 kids with him. They've been together for 14 years. I think they live with his parents. Like there's a lot going on there, but like a lot of people find themselves in this position where they're like, we are neither married nor not married, right? Sometimes they own a house together. A lot of the people on Waiting to Wed like own property together and they have cars together and they have all these kids, and they're like, how do we get to that next level? Understanding how important marriage is in American society, again, valorized, glamorized, exalted. We live in a culture that's obsessed with weddings. Just understanding that it is not just a matter of like, well, let's go down to the courthouse. This is everything that I wrote about while I was in grad school, right? This is right in my wheelhouse. Again, this is the data. Marriage is glamorized. Marriage is held up in a pedestal in American society, but also the data shows that marriage exists on a class fault line, like going all the way back to like 2012, 2010, right? The old data, but like even current data is saying that like people marry along class lines, right? This is a thing called assortative selection. For the middle class, or people who consider themselves to be middle class, cohabitation exists as a step on the way to marriage, right? You live together and then you get married. Whereas for people who are not necessarily middle class or like lower middle class, etc., they see cohabitation as like a financial necessity, right? They have less money, so they move in together after shorter periods of time and they're like locked in. This is, again, where it gets weird. Please don't get mad at me. This is the data. I don't want to fight with every single bean soup person in the comments, but like, again, the act of having children also sort of falls along these class lines. Again, don't get mad at me, where people who are upper middle class or higher middle class will have children after getting married or like much later in their lives, whereas people who are lower middle class or middle class, etc., will have children and then like live together and just sort of stay in that space. Waiting to Wed was actually really interesting to me because a lot of people are really keen on like understanding your rights and privileges, right? It's not just about getting married to like get the ring in this like romantic sense. It is about owning property. It is about like getting something after you guys get divorced, right? It is this very sort of 2025 mindset of you have to get something out of this relationship, right? Something that I've talked about in a lot of videos, but that's good. Not just about this like fairy tale. It's about like, no, if he leaves you, you need to get something out of it. So that's where ultimately when I finished this, I came away with this understanding of like, it's not just begging somebody to marry you because you're like a loser. It's begging somebody to marry you or wanting to elevate your relationship to this other place because you need the financial legal protections. For my Vanderpump heads, we saw a similar situation happen with Vanderpump Rules, where Katie Maloney and Tom Schwartz were together for a long, long time, a decade. They finally get married. The first 4 seasons of the show, she was begging him to marry her, right? This is not me being mean. This is the TV. This is what was on the TV. She was like, propose to me, propose to me, propose to me. He didn't have a job, so he couldn't. They finally made enough money. They had this big wedding in season 5. They get divorced in season 10. And she's like, you never liked me. You never respected me. And a lot of people were like, well, he cheated on you. He threw beer on you twice. He cheated on you a lot. He disrespected you every single chance he got. Why would you really, really want to marry this man? A lot of people understand the idea of the sunk cost fallacy, right? Where it's like, well, I already spent 12 years with this loser. I need to get something out of it. This idea that captures a lot of people, it's not just women, a lot of people end up in this like mentality of, I poured so much of my time, so much of my resources into this person. He's gonna like go off and have a better relationship with somebody else. No, I want this thing. And unfortunately, in a lot of these cases, you end up in this situation where it's like, well, he was a loser then, you married him and he's still a loser. We're seeing something sort of similar happen on Summer House, where I stand alone as like one of the few Amanda haters on all of existence, right? I just find it very odd how she has this like positioning now as like queen girl boss, where it's like, well, she was a situationship. Kyle cheated on her a ton, and whatever, there are many rumors swirling about what he's doing now. There are many rumors. She was like, let's get married, let's get married, let's get married. When somebody actually said, Kyle cheats on you all the time, she literally stopped being Hannah Berner's friend because she was like, I want this more than I want to be friends with you. So she's having a sort of similar arc. We don't know if they're going to get divorced, but like every single season, their marriage is in crisis because he is a 42-year-old DJ and he wants to be a DJ. And she's like, I don't really know what this is. But it's interesting where you find yourself again in the situation of being like, I really want to get married. I really want to get married. And it's like, well, the marriage isn't going to transform the relationship, right? This person is still this person. To end, that's where we come back to this concept of liminality, where it's this idea that you will be transformed. It's not only like the financial and the legal and the moral and the ethical. It's like, I want to feel like a different person. When I step through this door of marriage, I want to feel different, right? The relationship will be different. We will feel different. And a lot of married people will say, it feels so different. It feels so different, which like, sure. But I think what's interesting here is that often in these relationships, there will be one person who's ready to walk through that door and another person who is not. And when you have to drag the person kicking and screaming, that's where the tension exists. Also, just to end, weddings are also very expensive, and we are living in a moment of economic crisis. So again, financial considerations are like one of the huge things that prevent people from getting married. And that is the data cited there. And again, another caveat from the data, they are saying that women have much more to lose. So again, going out on the dating market, it might be harder to find another person to have this relationship with when you were already with another person for like 12, 13, 14 years. You have kids. It's like your life is sort of tied to them in this very real way. So it's harder to like get out there and just like find someone else. All of that to say, I think we should treat these situations with a little bit of empathy. Like, I get it. You don't do this kind of research and come away with it being like these people are losers. Like, there are so many considerations that go into this that I'm like,